able to give me any definitive answers. They say wind and solar, but those are so far down the road that what we need it now. And the natural gas is here, and it's now, and it's available, and it's here in our country so we can generate jobs for our people, which so desperately need them. And I just have a tough time listening to the rationalization that they have about their sources of energy. I mean, I'm not against them, but they're not ready to be used in the capacity that we need them in at this point in time. So I think they need to get on the bandwagon.
David?
Probably the best explanation I've heard about a year ago shown at the Workforce Summit is that there's a lot of money being put in research in alternative fuels and solar and wind, and that with this newfound natural gas bringing prices down, and no longer are the alternative fuels generating interest like they once were, and then it sort of undermines the research that's going on. Because at one point, natural gas was seen as the bridge from the fossil fuels to the renewables for a short period of time, and now that's sort of calling that into question. And I think that's probably the best answer I've heard as to why there's such strong opposition to natural gas.
Are there anybody else want to talk about it? Okay. Yes, Brian, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a long advocate of solar, wind, ground source. I personally funded 3 energy expos. And in order to get the average person like me to afford those things, requires us to rethink how we want to prioritize those. Personally, I would like to see natural gas used in the manner it could be used best as a high energy fuel source to provide electricity, not to be heating my house, but meeting those industrialized needs to make us a stronger country. But again, until we can get those incentives right, I'd be first in line to put some ground source heating and cooling system on my house. Maybe not a wind turbine, I live in a borough, but I'm happy to put some solar on too.
I'd just like to add something too. I learned the other day there's 57 million households in this country. That's about half of all households that rely upon natural gas for their heat. And that's just the folks that actually use natural gas to heat. There's also, in addition to those, all the people who depend on electric, and a very large share, a fast-growing share of the electric generation in this country is produced by natural gas, which means that natural gas is the predominant, by far, source of energy in this country. And in addition to that, about 60% of natural gas today is produced using hydraulic fracturing. So that really tells us what the future is. It really does. You can't deny those statistics. And to answer your question directly about what's in it for them, that's a huge reduction in heating costs. We've seen households in New Jersey achieve 20–30% reductions in their fuel costs this year because of the availability of Marcellus shale gas close by. We see the same thing in Michigan. We see it in a number of other states. And of course, the general benefits to the economy. So I think there's a number of things. Okay, another question?